Right, starting this one again. Monday, the 21st of July. We've got some very local liquidity here that we're just taking at 119.9k. We've also got the little hip here at 119.5 that we might be about to gain. We do have some liquidity stacking in between 122, which I do have some short orders in, and also to the downside 116. So it feels like we're kind of just build a little bit of liquidity here for the time being, as exemplified on the weekly chart here. It's interesting because this sort of 121, 122 does line up with a potential bearish Stuber, so we'll see about that for a potential hedge. In terms of the order book, which is what I was trying to show you guys when I disconnected, we do have something at 119.8 just to the upside. I think this has been in place for a little while actually. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, all this stuff has been in place since Friday. So for the weekend is just getting hit now in terms of shorts. We are above the node though on the hourly, which is 118, which we talked about yesterday. Which is interesting to see that if we come down and get a bullish backtest of that, we might go a little bit higher. Uh, we might go a little bit higher in the short term, but yeah. In terms of the order book, it's still looking a little bit bare. There is some stuff up at 121.5, but yeah, a little bit bare on the order book. Long to short ratio. Okay, let's just refresh this as well. Damn, what the fuck is that? So, yeah, we actually did get quite up, quite high on the longs. It was 8 hours ago. We got back up to 47.2% longs, so nearly 50-50. We are since coming back down, but it kind of looks like the trend has changed since the 17th of July, and that we are gradually seeing longs come back into the market. So again, this is just something to watch out for. I do think we are going to potentially settle around 55%, especially if we do come up to like 121, 122k. But it's just potentially getting to an area on Bitcoin where we might be topping out and we might be seeing longs come back into the market finally, as we are, especially if we do start ripping 122, 123, 124, 125. I think we're going to see a flip in this long to short ratio and then potentially a top. Maybe not a big top, but some sort of top. But yeah, just something to keep an eye on. Just check this every day. You don't have to check it like every hour, but like maybe once or twice a day in the morning and the evening just to see the change. And yeah, that should be good. But yeah, anyway, let's get into some of these charts, and I will happily oblige to be looking at some alts because they're looking juicy. They're looking juicy. It's really just sit on your hold your long season, isn't it? Sit on your hands and hold your longs. So let's just quickly talk about Bitcoin quickly. I do have a bearish Stuber set up. I've got some orders set around 121.5k. Not really as many. They're quite light here. They're more kind of focused around 122, the 886. And I do have my stop probably around 123, just a little bit higher than 123. It's literally just a hedge. I think if we do get sort of this push up, it is looking like we could do one more leg, and I'm fine to potentially get stopped out on this at 1%. But if we do start gaining and the long to short ratio does get back to 50-50, it's potential that, we could just range in between here and here for a little while, and I'll potentially just be short in the range highs with a stop. It's not something that I'm going crazy heavy on. It's just something that I am doing because I'm ridiculously heavily long. But it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that good. It kind of just looks a bit like nothing. So if my stop's 1%, I'm really just I don't really care that much. It's just a setup really. It's just a setup. It's literally just this little sweet spot setup. And that is also the area where a lot of the short liquidity is as well. So we potentially might get like a pop. And then we might even just like retest the weekly open bullishly and then keep climbing or just range, but it's fine by me. I'm not really too worried. And yeah, in terms of the hourly time frame, we're potentially getting a little bit of resistance over here. And then the next area to look at is 120.5 as well, where we do have some hourly resistance as well. So I don't know. It just looks like it potentially just wants to range a little bit, which I'm happy for it to do for the altcoins. Actually, let's have a look at the weekly close. I'll just take that off for now. Yeah, not really too much to talk about. I mean, the new weekly looks like it's gonna bullishly engulf as of right now. Actually, there's really not much to talk about in this at all. It just looks fine. Bitcoin Dom. So Bitcoin Dom had a really big nuke candle. I definitely need to clear up this chart. I might actually just delete everything. We'll keep those old levels on because that's just an old swing, and that's a swing high. We'll keep those on. Yeah, we look like we've nuked actually below the swing on the weekly time frame, which is very interesting. We've got close below. In terms of the auto charting tools, we are back into support on the weekly time frame, so it's potentially an area for a little bit of a bounce. But any bounce we get on Bitcoin Dom, I'm expecting it to either bearishly retest or just fail and come lower into the yearly open, and we'll see that juicy alt run. But yeah, really good on the weekly time frame, and I mean, you just would think that this is potentially going to be an area where we get a bounce. This weekly band is coming down, I think, now as well, which is good. That's going to come down there. So if Bitcoin Dom does get back in between May and Q3, it's a I think it's going to be a very easy rotation into alts for me. Just like one more and then bang, that's the last. That's the leg, and then yeah. Anyway, looks good. Nothing really too much else to say. Failing levels. We're back at support though, and yeah. Oscillator's super overcooked. Retail stablecoin demand super high. I don't think this breaks here right now. But I'm open to the idea of it. I'm obviously in alt, so yeah. What else should we look at? ETH Bitcoin. Yeah, let's have a look at this. So ETH Bitcoin has had a really good close. This is a monstrous weekly candle. This is a great close as well. We have closed above this little swing here and this level that I have at about 0.03 as well. So amazing close on ETH Bitcoin. To basically just continuing the breakout. Still got room to run on the weekly as well. It's looking good. Potentially we might get a little bit of a pullback and a rest, but I definitely think this is going to go to the resistance zone of about 0.04. But yeah, it looks good. It's just happened a little bit faster than I initially thought, but yeah, happy days. And not too much else to say on that. In terms of ETH, we are at resistance on ETH. I think this is. There's a few too many lines on this chart, isn't there? First of all, okay, the first thing to note. I need to just delete a couple things on this, especially the brushes. And actually, we'll delete the vertical lines as well because we don't need them anymore. It was just interesting to see. Should we delete the rays as well? Yeah, let's fuck these off. Okay. First thing to note on ETH, we are in the Stuba resistance. We are at the 886 as well. So, and we are also super overbought on the daily time frame. Again, also on the retail stablecoin demand. 2, this is a really aggressive up move. It's almost basically a parabola, and we are coming up towards the highs, which is going to be 4K. 3, we have gained December as of right now on that weekly close. I think this is probably going to go for one more pop to 4K, and then we're going to see some sort of breakdown in the next, like, to be honest, I don't really know. It's kind of just like I do expect this to come and retest at least the yearly open, Feb and August, this sort of block. bullishly at some point if it were to continue. Um, but yeah, it looks really bullish, doesn't it? That looks really bullish. Has anyone got any thoughts on ETH? What are we thinking? I mean, this is obviously months of, to be honest, even probably years of just pent up tension, and it's all just being released very, very quickly. You know, but yeah, it kind of feels like we might just get a retest or something at least on this first go. Um, let's have a look at the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame is definitely looking very interesting. We do have the weekly combination band coming in around 3.94k as well. So the weekly swing is also at about 4k. So I think 4k is going to be a level where we're going to see some sort of breakdown or rejection. But if we do get a close around 4k or 3.9, it's going to invalidate. Well, it's not going to fully invalidate, but it will invalidate the bearish tuber as of right now. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's looking pretty powerful. What are we saying on ETH, boys? Yeah, actually have a look at the chat. Oh, no one's all good. Everyone's just chilling on a Monday. Yeah, I need to sell some of my spot actually in this area. 3.94k. I need to sell some of my spot ETH because I am just holding it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna sell it into USDT and potentially wait for that bearish retest on Bitcoin DOM. And that bearish retest on Bitcoin DOM is potentially where I might sell some spot Bitcoin as well. I think I'm kind of getting close to selling some spot Bitcoin now. I think it's just a good area to just take like maybe like 10%, just a little bit of profit into USDT for a potential rotation. But yeah, I'm not really trying to make any like hasty decisions right now. I'm just kind of going quite conservative, and I want to let the market play out of it. Let's let it breathe. But yeah, definitely a good idea to maybe do a little bit of something. Solana, let's have a look at this one. So Solana, we're actually getting the breakout on this daily candle right now. As of right now, we are about at the yearly open, so I would be careful with longing this right now, especially as the daily candle hasn't closed yet, and we are at the 4 hour. You know, we're in the combination man, we're overcooked on the oscillator. It's just an area that potentially could fail and get a pullback. But again, we're in a really aggressive uptrend, and you know, if you're holding a long or if you're holding any spot, potentially you just keep holding it until we get maybe into 200. Again, I might even take a bit of profit. Actually, maybe just like 10%. Not really that much, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this daily candle closes, especially if it does over the yearly open and this band starts arcing up. But yeah, basically just a continuation of the trend from last week, and yeah, just no one's getting a chance to get back on. No one's getting their pullback just yet. So if we do sort of break, if we come up to 200 and test it as resistance, and then kind of hold in between like 188, 189, to be honest, 184, kind of the top of this from mid-May, then the next stop is going to just be December, and then 250 near the all-time highs. Again, this is probably getting close to a bearish Stu as well, and I'm sure when we do come up to it on a lot of these alts, that Stu will be in the chat saying, guys, we are at macro resistance, and that comes in for Solana around $250 to $270. So again, just gonna hold my trades until we get up there. ETH's actually doing the big nice move, and it's actually gaining that sort of stuff, so that's actually at least good to see. But yeah, I am going to be aware of those sort of bearish tubers. But yeah, I guess that's it for the like general market. I'm going to look at Popcat and Griffin and Lingo. And yeah, Popcat USD spot CFD. Is that a good chart? No, that's not a good chart. Okay. So Popcat, I'm long on Popcat. You know, I'm pretty long as fuck. I got two longs on it when I called it in the Pro Six chat, and I'm still just holding my longs pretty much. I have taken a bit of profit on them, but by and large, I am just holding it. It looks like it's just breaking out, doesn't it? I think I was talking about this, you know, at the end of last week, and I said this is potentially going to be resistance, as we were getting the W reversals in the combination band. All we've done is bullishly retested June, literally on the daily, and it looks like we're continuing to break out. This daily candle is gonna have these bands go up, and we're probably gonna, you know, again, we were also at this swing on the daily, and we did actually find resistance here, but we basically just did a higher low. I mean, that was still a 15%, 16% dump. But yeah, Popcat loves to just do like micro bullish like Stuba retraces. So you can see even, let me just take that off, that from here to here, it literally just hit the 786 to 886, and now we've made a new higher. So potentially, if you're looking for an entry on Popcat, what you want to do is you just want to pull a Stuba from here to wherever this new high stops, and then try and get something down here. I mean, it's making some good structure around there, and it's got lots of overlapping support. This band's also coming up, so we want to see that go there, and then this potentially start arcing up, but then have a little pullback, and then get in the super pocket there, and then go. That would be perfect. But yeah, I love me some Popcat, man. I'm extremely long on Popcat right now. Literally from down here, which is really nice. So I'm just going to pour myself a little bit of coffee. But yeah, it's looking really good, and potentially breaking out actually towards 5-5 really on this daily candle right now. But yeah, it hasn't closed yet, so let's see what happens. And potentially you could just set some orders. Let me actually give you the actual area where you could set some orders. Let's take that off. Let's take these off. Let's do this. I mean, this hasn't stopped yet, but if it were to stop there, you've got a pretty decent area. I mean, that's 6% from the 618, but you got like a nice area in between 3.8 and 3.7. Is it 3.8 and 3.7? It's 3.8 and 3.7. Yeah, and you don't want to lose 355-ish. You don't want to lose that. The combination band's probably going to come up to around 3.7 on the AA6, and you got mega support from basically 3.75 all the way down to 3.5. So yeah, try get some sort of like low leverage something if it does come back down into there. I would be pretty confident in that. I mean, if it comes back down into there, I'm long on 2 exchanges, so I'll long it on a 3rd exchange happily. But yeah, that's the old Popcat. Yo, what's up, Plumbus? Can you look at Baby? Yes, I can. So yeah, just set some. Go. The thing is about Popcat is it can really fucking screw you if you're on anything other than 3x. Like, look at this wick right here. This is on resistance as well. The candle closed below, but it's a 4.4% wick. That's actually insane. If you're on anything above 3x cross, even if you're on 3x isolated, you're probably wicked out of that trade. And then it dumps 16% in, well, actually that's 12, 13%, but, and that's also 2 days, but, you know, it can really fucking screw you. I'm not gonna lie. I've been screwed by it a couple times. Minus 12% stop, minus 11% stop, and then it just goes the other way. But yeah, I just that's because I was trading on isolated. I just switched across, ran a slightly wider stop, and it's been a lot better for me. So we're gonna do Griffin, Lingo, Baby. So yeah, Griffin, it's obviously lagging behind most of the big caps because this is a micro cap, right? What's that? Can someone tell me the market cap of Griffin? I'm getting mixed up. Market cap, market cap. Yeah, so I've got my Griffin back. I actually bought more over here. And basically, it's actually quite simple. The signal for this to start really going is just a breakout and a retest of this. Once you get a retest of that area, after having gained it, you're gonna start flying to like here, in between here, and then hopefully you get all the way back up to the February level, about 20 cents. Where I think if this gets back up to 20 cents, there's gonna be a lot of sell pressure. I mean, people, us included, we accumulated quite a lot at these lows. But if I was looking at this chart last cycle, I would say that this is a very good rounding bottom, and that's basically a test of resistance, a bullish back test, a bullish macro back test here. I mean, if we go to the weekly, it'll be a bullish macro test. All this means is a breakout, and it's going to start. It's going to start flying. So I think it's just a matter of time. We're honestly just waiting for the capital rotation into micro caps, and something like this is going to go after not Solana tops, but it's going to take a break. And right now Solana's going. So yeah. Market cap Griffin on CMC is 54 milli. Yeah, see, that's fucking tiny, guys. It's fucking tiny. Totally hanging today. Too much whiskey and Guinness last night. Lol. It's a fun Sunday night, man. It's good, man. Mondays are chill anyway. Mondays are just for plotting our next move. Lingo. So I believe I did buy this pre-sale as well. This looks fucking wrecked. This is wrecked. This is more wrecked than Tia. Okay, we're gonna look at Tia after this. Tia's actually doing some good shit. This is fucking wrecked, bro. Is this gonna load? I mean, to be honest, I don't even need that to load. You can just see that this is absolutely wrecked. Okay, there is a little bit of TA that you can do on this, and it's basically just. Actually, no. I mean, there's also oh, yeah. Oh, this is a horrible chart. Oh, makes me sick. This makes me feel sick. Okay, gain this bullish backtest. You're gonna go up here. If you gain this, the whole trend flips. But until you gain this back, it's effectively dead. Um, yeah, it's not looking good, is it? That's only a 30% pump as well. I absolutely despise this chart. Fuck me, I actually hate this. Yeah, that's not good. If you do gain this level here, you are obviously you do have potential to, you know, go see like 8.3 and then like 13, 14 cents, but it's just that looks horror. Oh, I need to stop looking at this. Baby. Anyway, actually, let's look at Tia quickly. I will look at Baby, don't worry. Tia is actually it's actually gaining something back. Or it's actually trying, sorry. So we're actually right at the resistance point in between here and here. Let me just mark it on. Bang, bang. Yeah, we're literally on the resistance here. If we can gain this back, this is going to send. Even if it doesn't gain back here and it sort of like does something like this, if we can like hold maybe like in between there and this low here, if we can just hold there, it's going to be looking good, and it's probably going to print a bunch of bullish tubers like in between there and like there-ish. Yeah, it's just going to be looking really good at the lows, like 1.9 again for a potential long and a potential continuation. But yeah, that just looks this was looking dead, and now it's actually showing signs of potential life. I still think that this is not ready just yet. It's actually looks like it could use a pullback on the retail stablecoin demand, the oscillator as well, momentum oscillator. But if we can gain that, this is going to be, you know, the deviation bottom, and then it's going to start ramping up and probably come up all the way in between $4 or $5. But yeah, let's have a look at baby USDT. Oh yeah, we'll have a look at per as well, because we'll have to see how that's doing. So this one, oh, this is quite new. This is the right one, yeah. Monday set for the attack. Yeah, exactly. I usually don't trade that much on Monday. I literally just kind of like draw out loads of setups, set loads of alerts, maybe set some orders. If I see something nice, then yeah. But Mondays are usually for looking at the weekly closes and just kind of just plotting your next move for the weekend. Tuesday is really good for actually jumping into trades. And then you let them run Wednesday, and then into Thursday they usually hit a couple TPs. And you just, yeah, you just chill on Friday. Check CFX. Koreans love that coin. Mooned yesterday. Yeah, they do love that coin. Those damn Koreans. Pullback seemed to not be in stock. Everything just micro pullback or rising accumulation. Exactly. I think they're just not getting anyone a chance to get in, and then people will finally give up and FOMO the top, and then we'll get a proper pullback, like a proper one. It'll be like a minus 20%, and then all the proper traders, that's when they'll jump in, and we'll get the final blow off top. Probably. I don't actually know. I'm just kind of just basing this off. It's all theories, and to be honest, but yeah, if we do get that like Bitcoin DOM dump where it goes back up to the highs, like the Q3, and we get that bearish tuber, I do think we will hit the yearly open and get like the one final big like oh bang, and then yeah, that might happen like I don't know. It's so hard to do time frames, but like September, October, November, and then yeah, bang, done. Like this seems to me it's just like the pre-pump. Just get everyone excited. Everyone needs to long the top, and then we'll go a bit dark for a month or two, and then yeah. But anyway, baby. So on baby, there is this bullish stuber that did play out. Oh, chill. Right here, I think. Yeah, that was perfect. Which was quite nice. What's the percentage on this? Is about 22, 27%. Not bad at all. Um, it's a new high on the wick, so you could potentially just pull another one from here. On the 4 hour, we have gained the weekly open and bullishly backtested it as well, so not too bad. Again, we've just hit resistance in there. The daily time frame is micro gaining. Micro gaining? Is that even a thing? It's a bit of a weird chart, you know. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird chart, but I would say that this is potentially looking to break out. Yeah. I mean, hold 4-5, hold this, and you're potentially just looking to break this swing at some point and go all the way up to 7 cents, I think. And if you do get 7 cents, like maybe you just sort of like accumulate a little bit more and then break, then you're just looking to long here for higher. It looks like it's not ready just yet. Still got a bit of work to do this. I think that's going to close pretty bearishly, this candle. We'll have to see. It's a little bit neither here nor there on this, I'm not going to lie. But if you are looking to long this, there's probably a really good Stubo around here, around the Q3, when this comes up on the 4 hour as well. That's what I'll say. But yeah, I don't really know what it is, and it's a little bit new, so. CFX, yes sir. CFX spot. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I mean, nothing to get too excited about yet. Potentially, fucking hell. That's ridiculous. I mean, you could maybe just try and long something. I'd say if this pulls back all the way into, yeah, that kind of lines up quite nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't even need to put those swings on. If it pulls back into here, basically fills the fair value gap on this massive daily candle, um, you could long this around here. As of right now, just don't touch this. Literally, just don't touch it. You can't even short this accurately because you're probably going to get wicked out unless you're on like 1-2x cross, and even then you're looking at 10% wicks to the upside. It's just fucking ridiculous. Don't touch this with a 10-footer pole, but if it does come back down to the 786 around 11-10 cents, you could potentially long this. I will not be though. Lol, I didn't hold any raging. Yeah, it's kind of like isn't RSR another one of those that it just randomly moons? There's a few coins that just randomly moon every now and then. They're obviously probably just scams, innit? Shit's probably gonna keep going. Yeah, but fuck it. Dia also had a major candle to the upside. I have a fair sized baggie of RSR. I think it will do well. Yeah, you will get that. You'll get that like moon candle every now and then on RSR. Where like if you just see it up 40%, you just sell half your bag. It's actually quite easy trading in it. It has a long history of doing that. Dia. Dia USDT. Yeah, Dia also has a moon candle. Yeah, that's a really nice moon candle and a big wick to the upside as well. Um, yeah, you tag that resistance. Let's actually just have a look at it on the weekly. Oof, this is some not bad structure down here. I think that's been caught on the bearish tuber perfectly. Actually didn't make a new low from there, so I stand corrected. Let's not do that. Did close a new candle, but didn't make a new low. Yeah, this is interesting. This is definitely interesting. That's a nice level. I like that there. That's probably going to coincide with not quite the yearly open, but it would have been really nice. Okay. Um, I mean, if you start to fail here, it looks like this candle is gonna not invalidate this resistance zone. If you start to fail here, it's probably gonna come down and test in here, which might make for a really good long actually. I think this looks quite good. Again, you kind of need this to settle just a little bit more on the daily, but yeah, that doesn't look that bad. We got all the way up in there. Oh, looks good, man. 10% wick to the upside is fucking crazy. That is crazy work. Yeah, nice. I like that. So Feb Mate is untested also, so because we did make a new high, you could also do that. Um, so you basically have this, which is untested structure from back there, and like even further back probably, and then you also got, you know, here and here, which is structure from all the way back in December around here. That high as well. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff to look at on Dia. It's gonna be good. Hmm. Let's have a look at per quickly. Per two or per. Yeah, so this did bull div. It actually went a little bit lower than we were talking. It actually went all the way to 1.8. Actually, let's look at the other chart. I think it was per two, right? Yeah, so we did drop down a little bit lower to 1.8. I actually bought some on the 886 at 1.85. After my live stream, I didn't actually manage to get any around June because I went out. But I did buy some around the 886. Um, some of you might have been stopped out depending on your leverage, but if your stop was just below the low at like 177, 178 around, you should still be in the trade. I think this is potentially gonna start to gain now. It looks like we did get the bull div, and yeah, we're potentially this is starting to go up. That's also starting to go up. I think it's coiling up. Yeah, we did get in the combination band as well. I think this is looking good for a breakout, especially if we get the back test of the weekly open. You have another chance to long this right in here, and you can just put the low, the stop below here. So let's actually just look at the trade. Long stop. Yeah, you could go on 3x cross on the weekly open around there, and the 886. Ladder something down. Hopefully, if you catch like a nice couple of low bids on the orders, then it'll bring your entry price just below, and then hopefully you get that bounce off the weekly and regain June. And then if you do get that, so like something like that, maybe you get a couple wicks, and then you get the regain. If you do get that, it's gonna start ramping. But yeah, I think that looks quite good. Not too bad. I'm in from 185 ish. Stop at like 175 ish. On the per. And that's kind of just one of those plays where you're kind of just waiting for the capital rotation on this. So we actually haven't even looked at hype or Farcoin to be honest, but ooh, this actually potentially looks interesting for a short. Not saying that the short button is on for me, but if we're just looking at technicals alone, let's just have a look at this. Okay, 2%. Hmm, maybe not. Maybe not actually. But yeah, when hype goes sideways, I think per is potentially gonna run. So if we do go sideways in between like 50 and 45 for a bit, it's gonna potentially look good. I'm actually not looking to short this just because every time, even when there has been a decent little play, it's kind of just continued. So maybe as a hedge, there's potentially something on, especially on the A86. But I'm not really that keen on it to be honest. And if you were to do this, it's probably just going to be like it'll wick into here and then maybe just come and retest the weekly open. What actually is that? I guess you're looking at a 3 to 1 RR. I tried to go for 4 minimum, but three's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's have a look at Farcon quickly. Yeah, this thing's looking rampy, bro. This thing's gonna god candle, man, at some point. I'm so sure of it. We're right up in resistance, though. I think this is potentially gonna pull back. Um, you might even get a really deep one on Filecoin, actually. I'm not sure if it'll go all the way back to the yearly open, but you might see this come back to the 618 around here. It's actually looking really good, though. Interesting. Watch this daily candle. This might actually arc up a little bit and actually have a little like close above here. And then yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, if this candle starts wicking down underneath here, I think it's gonna fail and do like a retrace. But yeah. Again, if this comes back down in here, I'm going to accumulate. I'm probably gonna set some bids and stuff if we do confirm that. And yeah, I'm actually long on 2 exchanges as well, so happy to long on a third one if it does start correcting a little bit. But yeah, I wish I didn't close my full Pepe trade. This potentially looks like it's breaking out really nicely as well. It's a very bullish back test of that. I don't even know what that is. It's just too many lines. Let's take that off. What a great trade this was as well. Really, really good. I got pretty much all of my orders hit as well on this wick. 60% raw. Nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, I think that's about it. If anyone's got anything else they want to look at, or anything that they find interesting, or I could just cycle through a few of these big altcoins. Maybe like there is one that was actually lagging behind. Seems to be a resistance. Yeah. Tau, I know I've got way too many lines on this chart, but I've got a bullish Stuba set out on Tau. I'm potentially going to long that if we do get 345 again. That's going to be a long for me on Tau. Injective, I actually haven't looked at Injective in a while. Yeah, this is coming up to resistance. I think on a lot of these things we might just see a little bit of a grind down, and then potentially we get that. It's the most probable thing to happen, but it doesn't mean it has to happen because we already hit resistance here and then at a full back test of this low. So, you know, we don't even have to come down all the way. We've already back tested March as well. It could just start ripping really fast and not give anyone even a chance. Oh, let's have a look at Pump quickly. Yo, what the? What? Huh? Oh, I think that was just a glitch. I thought they rugged Pump Fun. That would have been fucking jokes. This seems to actually be starting to do a little bit of structure. There might be a slightly bullish Stuba just on here. Whoops. Yeah, it's holding that weekly open right now. I'm not really that interested on Pump Fun, but maybe if you get back down to 4 cents in this, chill, in this area here, it might be a semi-decent long, but I'm not really that interested in it, to be honest. I won't take it. I won't take it at all. I'm only interested in shorting this, to be honest. And if it does come back up to, in here, I'll short it. Did you look at Link? No, but I will. Link USD, spot. The old spot. One sec, let me just get a drink. Yeah, so again, like with everything else, it's at resistance. Let's just turn these on. The daily band is going up. These daily closes today is going to be very, very interesting. It could confirm some really big breakouts. The weekly closes we got were also very good on quite a lot of alts. has gained some nice stuff. The weekly band's still very far away. This has got a lot of room to run on the weekly, especially until like $25 ish. The daily breakout needs to be confirmed on this candle. But yeah, we're just at resistance really. Uh, yeah, look, I mean, this is going to be heavy resistance right here. Potentially, you're looking at a pullback between like 17.5 ish, around there. It looks good though. I definitely think if it like a lot of these alts, they're at resistance here, and they're either gonna gain and like bullishly backtest and just go without everyone even getting in, or we're gonna start doing some fuckeries here and like actually get like a proper retrace while Bitcoin Dom goes back up to the highs and then does a full bearish retest, and then we get the full breakdown and alts all go up towards their like highs from December, and then we can talk about either that being the alt season or potentially getting like a bigger, larger one towards the end of the year. But it's really like I'm very sure that Link will eventually break this and come up to Feb. It's just whether it does. It's more probable that we do a bullish backtest and then do that. That's the more probable thing. It doesn't mean we have to do that. We could just we could obviously just do that, and then everyone longs the top because it's super bullish, and then yeah, you know, like bye bye. But yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to just don't make any like really quick or rash decisions at the moment because we're just at resistance. We've been in resistance since Friday really, because we did that massive wick up to $19. Then Saturday we just kind of continued pumping, like grinding up, and yeah, it's just very very heavy resistance here. It's like that with most things, to be honest. One thing that I am looking to potentially buy some more of is Trio though, because I think when we get the rotation, they're probably gonna just turn the bots on, and this is gonna start doing some weird fucking shit like this. You know. That shit will do the same as Pengu, drop very low due to the airdrop, go dark for a while, and then it will reclaim its levels, pump. Mm, maybe. I'm not really sure. I feel like pump is like one of those things where it's just kind of like an exit liquidity thing for all the fucking meme coin guys and all those degens. But you're probably right. It's the most probable thing that happens after an airdrop coin. I think it's bullish as fuck. Yeah, I like Link a lot. I'm a really big fan of Link actually. I think Link has got a good chance of being in an ETF in the future as well. So it's one of those things where it's probably one of those things where you could put it in a long-term portfolio and know that it's safe, along with like Bitcoin. I also think Doge is one of those. Bitcoin, Doge, Link, ETH, like maybe one other. If you're looking at 5 coins that you're gonna accumulate over a long period of time and hold, not financial advice by the way, because this is going on YouTube. But yeah, I'd be quite. I'm quite. I'm a Link guy. I don't actually own any, but I did really well on it last cycle. Link, Ada, and Matic. Yeah, and Dot as well. I bought a bunch of Dot at like I can't even remember where I bought it to be honest. I definitely know that Matic was like the trade of my generation. That Matic trade. That was fucking nuts. So it's Litecoin. Yeah, I'm not really the biggest Litecoin fan to be honest, bro. Some people like it a lot. I feel like it's probably quite good for trading if you're like halfway in between a crypto person and a traditional stocks kind of person. But yeah, let's actually have a look at this on the weekly. Yeah, I think Link trades really nicely, so it's probably gonna grind up in into here and then come and do a retrace and retest this, which is also that, which is also this whole swing area, and it's probably like that's with a high degree of certainty going to happen, which is I can see why people trade it actually. All right, yeah, I like it. I like Link. It'll get an ETF too. It probably will. It probably will. It probably will. You're right. What's the difference in market caps? So we got Link is less than Sui at 13.4 bill, and Litecoin is at 9.1 bill. Hmm, interesting. Pengu's at 47, sitting at 2.4 bill market cap. If you guys are in Pengu, I probably have an airdrop of Pengu somewhere, but I'm just so scared of airdrops now. I'm actually like terrified of claiming airdrops. I'd rather just fucking not even mess with it. If you're in Pengu, which I know like Maz or some other people is, I'd be looking to potentially. I mean, I would have said take a large portion of profit when you're underneath this weekly open, but this daily candle is actually just ridiculous right now. Um, Still, it's just an area to potentially take profit in between there and there. Or you could just maybe hold if that does that and then bullishly retest. This is gonna go like that, and that's the all-time high. So if it breaks that, obviously if you're in from down here, take a little 10% or something because you're getting up to the all-time high. But if this bullishly retests the yearly open, it could just fucking fly, which would be crazy for all the Pengu holders. Absolutely bonkers. Hmm. What's NPC doing? Yeah, this is doing well. It's gonna go up and hit the highs. To be honest, it's just kind of just hold your trade season. Look for some good opportunity and just chill. Really, like we're in that part of the bull market where you just kind of just need to take your foot off the pedal and just let things breathe. Obviously, yeah, patience is. patience will be rewarded. What's blur? So things are just having random pumps at the moment. The cartel is pumping people's bags. Maybe SBF is just in his prison cell somewhere, just pumping our bags. Some people were talking about ARB. To be honest, I don't see it necessarily, but it has defended its low quite nicely and made a new high. So it's potentially like if this is going to be resistance, then either there or there. I'm not sure if we go back down and see the lows again, but definitely March might be an area of interest if people are looking to get on that train. Same between March and there. Just where that little swing is from 11th, 12th of July, 10 days ago. That's also the high from the start of June, and also we've got quite a lot of price action there in May. But yeah, I mean, I've been going for a little while now, so I think well, it's been an hour.